that's what I class as a protein pancake. So impact whey protein, eggs, frozen blueberries. On top got some of this peanut butter powder, peanut butter, banana, rusk, and then Cheerios, and then some cinnamon on top. So good. I'm gonna eat this.
Yes, mate.
Wow.
That's sick.
That's a hat. Thank you so much for that.
So today is a very good day because my MacBook Pro finally got delivered. I waited about 5 weeks for it to come because of all the installments that had to be put in and stuff. So I'm so excited to use this. I really wanted to push on my online coaching and YouTube, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to get MacBook Pro. Got Final Cut Pro on there as well, so that's going to be quite cool to use. So annoying at the moment, I'm having problems with BT, so like my Wi-Fi is proper dodgy, even though it's working, it's so slow. So yeah, it's something that I'm going to have to sort of do over the next few days. So yeah, I'm going to show you all about it. You know when you've like bought something and you don't actually want to touch it, you just kind of want to look at it and you feel like you're going to break it. So this is like only the second time that I've used this. I haven't even changed the wallpaper. That's how like kind of new it is. Some of these features, like all of this at the top here, as you can see, are all like touch screen, which is cool. And then obviously you can do like Siri. Siri, open up my calendar. Hey! That's probably the first and only time I'll ever use that. So like, I'm not a materialistic person or anything like that. I'm so content with everything I've got. For the last sort of 5 years when I've been at university and last couple of years working, I've literally been living off scraps. So I've kind of been used to not having much money. But when you make an investment like this, especially, you know, for my business, so proud of it, and I can't wait to use it. And yeah, so my plans today, I'm actually going to go to town in a minute. I'm going to get some 3/4 trousers, got a wedding in about 3 weeks time, and I don't want to wear my kind of long black ones, so I'm going to get those. I'm going to watch some YouTube, and then me and Kylie are going out on date night tonight, and I think we're watching Mamma Mia, or yeah, no, it will be Mamma Mia. Now I want to talk about macros and whether you should change them if you're injured. So if you're bulking or you're cutting, so if you're bulking you're going to be in a calorie surplus, or if you're cutting you're going to be in calorie deficit, should they change? I personally think yes, purely based on your energy output, so you're not going to be kind of expending as much energy as you would do. So it all depends whether you're completely injured and you can't go at all. You might be able to sort of go 2 or 3 times a week like myself, or your intensity might not be there. I honestly think that you should take those factors into account when sort of sorting out your macros. So these are my macros before I got injured. This is customized to myself. If you're watching this, then you know you'll have your own kind of macros that you can follow. So I was on 200 grams of protein, 450 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat. Daily, that totaled to about 3,140 calories. And over the whole week, because that's what we really want to focus on, is 21,980, so basically 22,000 calories a week. That number you should always take into account, because for example there might be some days that you either go over or you're under, depending if you're on a surplus or deficit. And don't think on the days that I haven't hit my macros or I've gone over, if you take into account the whole week, then you'll be absolutely fine. So at the moment I'm only able to go 3 times a week. I've got to do lower body all of those days, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I don't go Tuesday, Thursday or the weekend. That's purely based because I need that 1 day rest. I train my body parts. Yes, I'm training them 3 times, but I still got to take into account that, you know, my body needs to rest, it needs to recover, it needs to repair. So I'm always going to allow for those rest days. At the moment, the days that I go to the gym, I'm still doing exactly the same macros as before I was injured. So 200 grams of protein, 450 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fat. The days that I don't train, okay, because my energy output's a lot lower, I'm a personal trainer, so I'm still quite active throughout the day, but I'm still not going to the gym sort of for an hour and a half and sort of training at that intensity. Because that's been taken away, I kind of take my calories away a little bit just to accommodate that. So my macros for non-training days: 200 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat. And daily, that's 630 calories. So if you notice the difference between my fats and my carbs, so my non-training days, my fats just go up just a little bit, and my carbs come down quite dramatically, so by 150. That's purely because when I train, I like to have my carbohydrates around my workouts, especially my post-workout meal, which tends to be sort of cereal, sweet potato. That's purely for recovery benefits, and because I'm not training that intensity, I don't need that meal. So that's why that's kind of been taken down. So on my non-training days, my fats go up just a little bit, purely because I don't want my overall calories for that day to be too low. At the end of the day, I'm still in a calorie surplus. I don't want it to be sort of my sort of maintenance calories, which is about 2,500. I still want them to be like reasonably high. So 2 weeks ago, my weekly calories were about 22,000, whereas now they're about 20,000. That's about a 2,000 calorie difference throughout the whole week. I divided that by 7, and each day I have 290 calories less. So it's not actually that much, but they're the adjustments that I made. Just in terms of, I don't really want to be putting too much body fat on. At the end of the day, with a calorie surplus, you're going to have to do that. But if I'm only training 3 times a week, then I don't need those extra calories. They're not going to, you know, my muscles and the areas that I want them to go. But that's what I suggest, guys. If you, like myself, are currently injured, and you can only go sort of 3 or 4 times a week, this is what I'd suggest. If you're completely injured and you can't go at all, I perhaps would suggest going to like find your maintenance calories and sticking to them for a while until you can properly train. You don't have to follow this to the exact gram. This is customized to myself, so you'll be slightly different. Just take into account that whatever your goal is, and if you are serious about this, then your macros will have to change. But yeah, I hope this has helped a few people. Any questions, drop me a message via Instagram or leave a comment below, and I'll see you next one.